new grammar. You can use my to explain new grammar, much easier than explaining all the grammar in English. You can use my for explaining tasks. Or the students can use my for finding new information, right? Reading my books, looking at my websites, and things like that. So, yeah, you can use the first language as a tool to help students to improve their second language. Now, the students are, their English younger, their English is not so high, then students can prepare my, but they aim to use some English when they present. The video they make should have some English in it. The newspaper they write should have some English in it, where possible, right? So the preparation can be in the first language. With older and the higher levels of English, then you can add English to the preparation phase. Students find out the new vocabulary, or they find out new grammar, and then they use that when they present. But you only need to do that at the level the students are at, all right, or just beyond the level the students are at. If it's too difficult, they won't be very happy. They're just a little bit more difficult than what they already know. Now, time for another activity. I'm going to send you a PDF file through the chat box. And the PDF file, there's steps in a project-based learning project that I mixed up. Which ones would go at the start of the project, which ones would go in the middle, which ones would happen at the end of the project. Now, I'm going to send that to you now. I hope it works. Let's see. Can I send it down? Let's see if I can do that. Let's see here. There's a different way of doing it. I'll change my share screen. We'll stop sharing that. And go to that and start sharing. What we want to share. Share. Okay. Okay. So we can see here, I've got that to scroll through a little bit, but that should be okay. It says, look at the steps in a PPL topic below, next up, which ones would go at the start of the project, which ones would go in the middle, what would happen at the end of the project. Now, post your answers in the chat box. And there are several possible answers, so there is no right or wrong answer, just say what you think. Okay? So, let's scroll through here. First one is A. The teacher gives the score for the completed video and gives detailed feedback about the student's work and the final outcome. That's A. B. Students do a final practice of the presentation and then record it on the video. That's B. is C. Students combine all their parts of the project, the pictures, the information, and the script. Next is D. Students work on their tasks in their groups for 3 lessons. Next is E. Students are in 3 groups. One group looks for information about healthy and unhealthy foods on the internet. Another group draws and colours pictures of different foods. A third group writes a script. All groups use both Khmer and English. Next is F. The teacher teaches some English grammar the students can use when they record their video. We should eat more or less something, or something is good for us, something is bad for us. On to G. The teacher teaches the students 20 English words about healthy foods, e.g. vegetable, grain, fruit, meat. The last one is H. The teacher introduces a project about eating healthy foods to students. They will make a short video about healthy foods to eat. The video will be in English. Alright, now I'll see if I can make it smaller. So it's next one. 2 more. Let's do that. Yay! Nice. There we go. Okay. So, we now have all of those. What order should they go in? Which one will go at the start of the project? Which one will go in the middle? And which one will go at the end of the project? Have a think about that and post your answers in the chat box. Take a few minutes, no rush. Just take maybe 3 minutes to do that. lots of good answers there. There's a few differences between your answers, but in general, they're all quite similar. And in fact, the person who posted just now, Tahiri, said at the start it might be H, G, F and D, in the middle B and C, and at the end B and A. And that's pretty good. You've all said interesting things. I'll show you what I mean. Stop sharing that and go back to sharing. So I sort of said that at the start there would be sort of H and G and F. So it would be, so you start off by saying the teacher introduces the project, and then they teach the students 20 English words about edible foods, and they teach them grammar that the students can use when they record their video. And then in the middle, the B and C, so students are in 3 groups, and they're all doing different tasks in their different groups, and they are working on their tasks for 3 lessons, and then they get together and they combine their parts of the project. One group has the pictures, one group has the information, one group has the script, and then at the end of it, the B and A, the students do a final practice of the presentation, and then they record it on video. And then, of course, is A, the teacher gives a score, assessing and evaluating the project. They give a score for the completed video and give detailed feedback about the students' work and the final outcome. So you can see there that those are the steps of the project, and we've got a nice example of the project. Thank you. Okay, no problem. Right, So what we're going to do now is a short quiz. I think I've got 5 or 6 questions, and it's just they're all true or false, or possibly multiple choice questions, and you just if you have the answer, just post the answer in the chat box, and then we will see what answers you give. Okay, so here is the first question. Which of the following can be a project output? A newspaper, a website, a presentation, or any of these? A, B, C, or D? Okay, good. Yep, that looks good. A lot of people are saying D, but a few people saying C as well. A presentation can be, but basically it's any of these. It can be a newspaper, a website, a presentation, it can be a drama, it can be a podcast, it can be all sorts of things. An advertisement, a poster. So that was number 1. As to number 2, finish the following sentence. The students are working And you are, what are you doing? You, the teacher, what are you doing? Monitoring, yep, that's good word there, monitoring. Helping you're the guide beside. And the guide beside. Your assistant, you're right, you're guiding there. Yeah, you're facilitating. Wow, good word. Facilitating, yeah. You're giving feedback, that's right, you're assisting. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, let's see, you're the scaffolder. Yeah, that's right. So the students are working and you are helping, okay? But also the words that you said, facilitating, assisting, providing feedback, helping, listening. Those are all correct. You're doing a lot of things really, but you're not at the front of the classroom and you're not doing a lot of talking. Some people say that the teacher is not the sage on the stage, but they become the guide on the mic. There we go. So the sage means the professor, the expert. So your job changes. You're not the expert telling them, you're not the sage on the stage, you're the guide on the side, you're the helper, the facilitator, is what you become in a project-based learning task. Okay, so on to number 3. How much time does the project take? It might take A, 1 lesson, B, 4 or 5 lessons. C, 2 weeks, or D, as long as needed. What do you think? A variety of answers there. Okay. A lot of D, but also some B's and some C's. The answer really is as long as needed. Usually longer than 1 lesson. It might be 4 or 5 lessons, but it might be 2 or 3 lessons, might be 1 or 2 weeks, might be longer than that. So as long as needed. You don't have to have a particular start time, finish time. As long as the students don't get bored. Okay, on to the next one. True or false? Students should only use English during the project. True or false? True, 1 person, some people saying false. False. True, true, false, 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 true, false. Yes, okay. Yep, good answers, thank you. During the project, no, it's false really. If they can use a lot of English, they should use a lot of English. But they can also use might, or can use their first language to help them develop their proficiency in the second language. Okay? There's a thing called translanguaging, where your first language is a tool to help you learn your second language. So yeah, young learners can use their first language, mine, to help them build their second language. Right, on to the, let's go students or groups tasks according to their level of something, their learning style, what they are something at, and what they want to do, what goes in the minds. When you try switching, good point, I'll come back to that in a minute. Yeah. Yeah, some good answers coming there. Okay, yeah. That's a lot of people that got the right answer here, and we can see it there. Do students or groups tasks according to their level of English, their learning style, what they're good at, and what they want to do. Okay. So yeah, good answers. It sounds like you've learned about project-based learning very well. All right. Now that's the end of my presentation, and it was quicker than I thought. I thought it would be at least 90 minutes, but everything was fast. But now, I'll show myself on the camera. Right, me again, show myself on the camera. And this is the time, if you've got any questions, we can talk about them now. First thing, one person says, code switching, where was that? Yes, Terry was saying they can use code switching. Code switching, when they switch from one language to another, yes, they can absolutely do that. It's a form of brain languaging actually. But yeah, we naturally use our first language when we learn a second language anyway.
See.
Did you have a question?
Anyone, if you have a question, you can raise your hand to ask, or you can drop your question in the chat box.
Two very interesting questions in the chat box already. Yeah, so Gary, did you want to say something? I see you've got your hand up.
Good afternoon. So I have a question because since learning, project based learning, it sounds like it requires a lot of things before we start the project, especially when it comes to like the project that the student has to like take control of it. So I also feel like they already learning vocabulary and grammar already. Is it still possible that they still use like Khmer or their mother tongue rather than speak English?
Yeah, I think yeah, they definitely can use the mother tongue, and I think they should use it unless they are really good at English. Okay, great. If they are perfect English speakers, then no problem. But if they are young learners, then it's completely okay to use Khmer and when they're planning, when they're preparing, when they're doing their tasks. But what they are preparing should be you're finding information and you're writing, then you can do that at time. I think that's fine for them to do. Was there another question? Anybody else got their hand up? Or I can ask, I can look at the questions in the chat. Yes. What's the difference between PBL and clear? From Sophie has asked that. Good question, thank you, Sophie. CLIL is when you are learning, CLIL stands for content and language integrated learning. So if you are learning academic content like science or mathematics or something, but you're also learning language at the same time. You're learning the language for science and all the language for mathematics, as well as the content. That's what CLIL is. PBL is different because it's the aim is really more English, but it's specific short-term projects that people do. And they learn the language associated with those projects, and that's how they learn in English. CLIL is like a whole term, or a whole course, or a whole program, and we learn science or maths or English or engineering or English. Okay, what can we do to keep motivating students to do their projects? Sometimes they find difficult. Yeah, motivating. Three